Foldable phones were once a gimmick. Now, they're rewriting the rules. The Motorola Razr 60 Ultra isn't just another flip phone revival, it's a statement. But is it style over substance, or the real deal in your pocket? Let's unfold the truth. When flip phones made their comeback through foldable tech, the hype was real. Many believed this was the future, that these sleek, flexible designs would soon replace traditional smartphones. Fast forward 6 years, and while foldables haven't gone fully mainstream yet, it's not because the industry hasn't tried. Dozens of models have hit the market, but in the West, just 2 brands have managed to stay ahead of the curve. Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip line might seem like the frontrunner, but Motorola has quietly carved out a loyal fanbase, breathing new life into its iconic Razr brand. In 2025, Motorola's flip phone lineup includes 2 models: the standard Razr 60, also known in some markets as the Razr 2025, and the premium flagship, the Razr 60 Ultra or Razr Ultra 2025 if you're in North America. With a higher price tag and a suite of upgrades, the Razr 60 Ultra is positioning itself as the most refined foldable Motorola has ever made. But here's the real question: does it live up to the hype? I used the Razr 60 Ultra as my daily driver for a full week, and in this video, we're going to break down every aspect of it, from design and performance to battery life and that gorgeous cover screen. Let's dive in. Let's talk design, because with foldables, that's where the first impression hits hardest. Now, folding phones usually don't compete directly with traditional flagships in terms of raw specs, at least not for the same price. But when you're spending $1,399, you expect more than just a cool hinge. You want something truly premium. And the Razr 60 Ultra delivers. Motorola's always had a flair for standout finishes, but this year, they've gone all in. You get 4 stunning Pantone color options: Rio Red, Scarab, Cabaret, and the standout Mountain Trail. That Mountain Trail edition? It's a nostalgic nod to the Moto X era, featuring a real wood back crafted from responsibly sourced materials. No, it's not teak, but the grain, the texture, and the feel? Absolutely gorgeous, especially when paired with the golden trim that runs around the edges. There's something timeless about natural materials. Wood and leather just hit differently. And in a world of glass and plastic, the Razr 60 Ultra manages to stand out without trying too hard. But Motorola didn't stop at the looks. They've also focused on making the Razr 60 Ultra tougher, because a foldable phone is only as good as its durability. This year, Motorola introduces a titanium reinforced hinge, engineered to handle more folds, more pressure, and more everyday wear. And for added peace of mind, you get an IP48 rating for dust and water resistance. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, the Razr 60 Ultra can block particles as small as 0.04 inches and survive water immersion up to 5 feet deep for about 30 minutes. That puts it right up there with Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 when it comes to protection. But here's the thing, most users aren't afraid of their foldable snapping in half. It's more about trust, the confidence that their phone can handle the messy, unpredictable stuff, whether that's a trip to the beach, a dusty hike, or a rainy commute. Some Z Flip users have even admitted they'd hesitate to use their phone with sandy hands or around water. And in the end, a few just switched back to slab phones for simplicity and peace of mind. With the Razr 60 Ultra, Motorola is clearly saying, you don't have to choose between innovation and reliability. When it comes to displays, Motorola is still setting the bar in the flip phone game. Let's start with the outer screen. You get a 4-inch POLED display that's not only sleek and vibrant, but also refreshes at a silky smooth 165 Hz. It's bright, responsive, and packed with personality. And now, it cranks all the way up to 3000 nits of peak brightness, which means even under harsh sunlight, everything from your messages to your Netflix queues stays crystal clear. Most phones make you squint or shade your screen with your hand. The Razr 60 Ultra? Not a problem. But what really stands out is how natural it feels to use that cover screen. It's no longer a secondary display. You can scroll, reply, stream, or even run full apps, all without flipping open the phone. It's like you're balancing your digital world with your surroundings without getting completely sucked in. Now flip it open, and you're greeted by a stunning 7-inch AMO LED display, also rocking a 165Hz refresh rate, but now with even more firepower. We're talking HDR10+, Dolby Vision support, and a sharp 464 pixels per inch. But here's where it blows the competition out of the water. Peak brightness of 4,500 nits. That brightness level isn't just for show, it means HDR content looks insane, with deep contrast, richer blacks, and punchier highlights. Whether you're watching a movie or just browsing photos, this screen makes everything pop. In short, Motorola isn't just competing in the display department, they're dominating it. Now let's talk about cameras, because with flip phones, that's usually where the corners get cut. Last year's Razr held up fine in daylight, but when the sun went down, so did the quality. Shots turned grainy, details got mushy, and both the main and ultra-wide lenses struggled in low light. So what's the change with the Razr 60 Ultra? On paper, it still features a 50 megapixel main sensor, but under the hood, there are some meaningful upgrades. Thanks to quad pixel binning, it captures 12.6 MP images, which is standard, but now with a much larger 2.0 micrometer effective pixel size. For context, that's a step up from last year's 1.6 micrometer, which itself was derived from binning smaller 0.8 micrometer native pixels. Combine that with an f1.8 aperture, optical image stabilization, and all pixel autofocus, and you've got a camera setup designed to thrive in low light environments, not just survive. Expect sharper details, less noise, and cleaner shots overall, even when lighting isn't perfect. But here's something that really sets it apart: Pantone validated colors and skin tones. For content creators, this is big. Just like Pantone validated monitors used in professional color grading, the Razr 60 Ultra delivers true-to-life color accuracy, especially in skin tones. That means photos and videos look right straight out the box, without needing hours of color correction. It's not just a camera upgrade, it's Motorola saying, hey, we're taking photography seriously now. If you love the idea of flip phones but worry about battery life, you're not alone. It's one of the biggest concerns people have with foldables, and for good reason. But this is where the Razr Ultra 2025 truly shines. Motorola's packed in a 4,700 MHz battery, a big jump from last year's 4,000 MHz in the Razr 50 Ultra. Even the regular Razr 2024 comes with a 4,200 MHz cell, which already puts it ahead of the Galaxy Z Flip 6, still sitting at just 4,000 MHz. What does that mean in real life? Well, while the Z Flip 6 tends to tap out after a full day, the Razr Ultra pushes closer to a day and a half, sometimes more depending on your usage. That's a huge deal for anyone who's tired of mid-afternoon battery anxiety. And the charging? That's been upgraded too. Wired speeds have jumped from 45 watts to 68 watts. According to Motorola, just 8 minutes of charging can give you enough power for an entire day, though they don't specify the exact percentage. Still, that kind of speed makes a difference. To put it in perspective, the Razr 2024, with its 30-watt charger, goes from 0 to full in little over an hour. That's already impressive, but the Ultra takes it even further. Personally, I didn't think I'd care about fast charging until I switched to the iPhone 15 Pro and had to deal with slower speeds again. Once you've tasted fast charging, there's no going back. It may not be a deal breaker for everyone, but in a device that's already premium, it adds real value. On the software side, Motorola keeps things refreshingly simple. The Razr 60 Ultra runs a near-stock Android experience, which means it's clean, fast, and free of the usual bloatware that clutters other phones. Now, if you're someone who prioritizes long-term updates, Motorola might not match the likes of Samsung or Google, but you're still getting 3 major OS updates from Android 15 to Android 18, along with about 4 years of security patches delivered every couple of months. For a lot of users, including me, that's perfectly fine. As long as the phone stays smooth and stable, I'd rather skip an update than risk a buggy rollout that messes things up. Motorola also adds a few helpful extras through its Moto app. It's your hub for customization, whether it's tweaking themes, icons, or enabling gesture controls that makes one-handed navigation feel seamless. There's also a dedicated gaming mode designed to keep distractions away and performance on point. It lets you block notifications, optimize brightness, and keep your gameplay uninterrupted. Privacy and security, Motorola adds a layer of its own, building on Android's already solid base. And if you've got kids, Family Space is a great touch. You can hand over the phone for games or videos without worrying about settings being changed or personal data being accessed. It creates a sandboxed experience, perfect for peace of mind. In short, Motorola's approach to software is minimal where it should be and meaningful where it matters. When it comes to AI, it still kind of feels like we're having the same conversation as last year. Motorola teased some promising features, like that pay attention voice recording and summary tool, but as of now, those tools still haven't rolled out in full, so for now, we're left waiting to see if they'll actually land in a future update. Most of the AI features on the Razr 60 Ultra, and even the Galaxy Z Flip 6, are a bit hit or miss. Some feel useful, others, not so much. But one standout, Circle to Search. This one's simple, but smart. You just draw a circle around anything on your screen, and Google instantly gives you info about it. I've tested it a few times using the camera, and honestly, it feels like having a tiny AR assistant in your pocket. Like the other day, I spotted a dish I didn't recognize at the food court, circled it with my finger, and boom, Google pulled up the name, ingredients, and even similar recipes. That kind of real-time info? Super helpful. It's not game-changing AI yet, but we're getting there. Last year's Razr Plus ran on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, a capable chip but one that didn't quite hit flagship tier performance. This year, Motorola isn't playing it safe. The Razr Ultra 2025 steps up with the Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform, one of the most powerful chips currently available in a smartphone. What does that mean for you? Gaming is buttery smooth, multitasking is snappy, and even during demanding tasks, the phone holds its own. Frame drops are rare, and when they do happen, they're barely noticeable. The entire experience feels more stable, more refined, like a true flagship should. Whether you're jumping between apps, editing photos, or streaming in HDR, the Razr 60 Ultra delivers top-tier performance without breaking a sweat. I didn't expect to enjoy the Motorola Razr 60 Ultra this much, but here we are. It's stylish, it's practical, and honestly, it's just fun to use. Sure, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 might have more brand recognition, but the Razr Ultra 2025, it's got personality, and that counts for a lot. From the premium materials and bold design to the excellent battery life, powerful chip, and vibrant displays, this is Motorola's most complete foldable yet. The Razr 60 Ultra, priced at $1,399, will likely go by the name Razr Plus 2025 in the US, where it'll go head-to-head with Samsung's upcoming Galaxy Z Flip 7. If Motorola keeps this momentum going, Samsung's got serious competition on its hands. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more in-depth tech reviews. Got questions or want to share your thoughts on the Razr 60 Ultra? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.